Welcome back, folks. This is Acid Roots, more Final Fantasy VII. So this last little bit here, these next 11 minutes are my gameplay footage from July. So I kind of took off August from this game, but I did manage to do maybe like 1 or 2 episodes that I uploaded to YouTube that month. So now we have September's footage, and I'm going to try to tear through this game a little bit more. I need to start messing with my practice file and get even further in that, so we can get off of disc 1 and start getting through the rest of the game. But I'll tell you, this is quite the lengthy game. That's the thing, is paying attention. You know, the Final Fantasy remake, the way that's going, there's more shit coming with that, so I might just have to get a PS5. Thinking about that. But yeah, so here we're gonna find out the enemies. So all of these characters we're probably gonna wind up fighting, or not all of them, but well, you'll see. We're gonna wind up fighting these characters, and they're pretty much the ones that are gonna cause the grief in this game for a while. They're not the only ones, but you'll see that soon enough too. But these plans, yeah, they're making plans to tell you what the terrors that they're gonna have to counter Avalanche. But as they're starting to talk about Eris's people, they want to tamper with, study them, and more torture them. You'll see. Trying to think of what else has been going on. Kinda not so much on the gaming front. I did a couple gaming videos on Frenchy Talent and Acidic Roots YouTube channels. Some of them are with Jackal Goldkick. You'll be seeing those soon enough. But yeah, so I do recommend consistently. I mean, if you are subscribed to this channel, you owe it to yourself to kind of mess with the vlog channel too, because there is gaming stuff over there and jokes and that sort of stuff. Cracking jokes at Xbox, PlayStation, Nintendo, sometimes even Sega. This doesn't really matter. So just kind of have to get it done that way. It's such a lengthy game. I've got so many skits lined up. I mean, there's going to be one in the next episode, so kind of the thing there. This coronavirus crap is just getting so difficult. I gotta tell you, folks, this is, I don't know. I mean, I read the other day that Canada only has like 9,700 deaths compared to the United States having almost 200,000. It's like, well, what the fuck are they doing? That's like 20 times more intelligent than the shit that we're doing right now. 20 times better than us. They are doing 20 times better than us. And this is kinda, I mean, the thing about it with Trump is he's not a very good ringleader. You know, I mean, to say that, I mean, it's like the Prime Minister of Canada, he's dancing circles around us. He's just like, yeah, I mean, to sit there and say like, I mean, I read the article, and like September 11th, September 12th or something, they had 0 deaths that day. And meanwhile, the United States probably on September 11th had like 1,500. So how can they have 0 deaths and we sit there and have like 1,000 times that impact? Even one person, not even one person died on September 11th. They're a national holiday for us, and they didn't have shit problems. Like being in a business suit and watching someone else play in mud. This world's different, you know. So that's probably Canada right now, so I'm just like, what the fuck. But yeah, so that Hojo guy, the scientist dude, he's gonna be kind of an ass clown too, but he's smart. So just keep that in mind. So he's probably gonna be trickier to defeat later on. So I like that Barrett says later on that he's going to recruit new members to Avalanche, because it actually was him that started that. That's what the whole beginning of the game is based upon, is this Avalanche crusades that they have to do, so it's kind of having to help out with him, but it kind of deviates later. It's not just this corruption versus pureness that kind of goes on right now. I kind of thought there would be some sort of bonus in this room, but there wasn't. Pretty big meeting room. Kind of stuff you'd expect to see in like the corporate side of the town you live in. Unless you live in like a town rather than a city. So but yeah, I don't know why I paused here. So we have to advance. We have to get the ball rolling again. The voice feels kind of shaky. It's kind of annoying. I don't know why that's happening, but yep. So we just have to follow Hojo for a bit. Trying to think of whatever else. I wish I could beat the last stage in Earthworm Jim. That's the only stage I couldn't beat is Buttville. I actually got to Queen Slug for a butt, but just was not able to beat her as a boss, and now I can't even get to her because of this part with all the hooks where you have to whip to the top. Can't do it anymore. I could beat that whole game besides that one stage. Yeah, so, yeah, the fights, once again, I mean, there's going to start being random battles again, and they kind of occur despite the fact that it doesn't look like there should. I mean, sometimes you'll be able to talk with people, but there'll still be random battles. So that's kind of, I think that's kind of new to Final Fantasy. For the most part, if you're somewhere where you can chat with NPCs, you're not going to really be able to get in random battles, but, so, it's just an extra little thing, but, yeah, there's some real bloody stuff that's getting ready to happen, folks, so get ready for that. I don't know if it'll be covered in this episode, but the next few are going to do it. That's, well, we got some new things coming afoot. What could that beast possibly be? But meanwhile, Cloud's gonna have a few problems. It's freaky, doesn't it? So, I need to get back to Super Metroid also. I really start thinking of what to do with that game. I just got so much. I mean, this, I don't even know if I'm 20% done with Final Fantasy VII at this stage. I mean, I'm decently far, but this is like hell. I mean, I am going to have to really progress through this game this month, and it's going to be fun to do, but there's some shit. Like, particularly later on, the chocobos are going to show up, and I have to get those, and when I did it in the practice file, it was kind of a pain in the ass. But I'm hoping that when I do it in the gameplay file, it'll sail through better. So I don't know how many more times in this game I'm going to have to get those, but it's more of a process than it was in the 2D Final Fantasy games. that about concludes the gameplay that I did back in July, so I'm going to get into another fight, and then I'm going to get to that save point. That should take care of it. But I need to watch the news again. Surprisingly, the news is on Sunday. I mean, with all the, I've noticed on the weekends, you know, a lot of the update pages I try to go to don't really have much news. It's like people really turn off and go into chillax mode for the weekend, but the news was not on Saturday because there was a football game, but it was on Sunday, so I did watch that. It's just a bunch of election talking stuff and that sort of thing. Just kind of trying to think about, like, what am I trying to think about? Well, it had to do with the news, I just don't remember. This was mostly, they're just talking about how, yeah, I lost a train of thought. Well, we'll keep things focused on Final Fantasy, but it stands to reason. Just watch the evening news. You know, 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock news. It's good for you. I mean, it gets over dramatic sometimes, and sometimes a little bit emo, but you know, it's good stuff. So, alright, so now we're in September's gameplay, and I'm really gonna start tearing through this game. We're gonna try to get out of Disc 1 soon enough. See the meat of this game, so I know exactly what I want to do. Yep. So he's smart enough to know that they can't just wipe this guy out and save the day here. They've got stuff. But wait till you... It's kind of interesting the way that they talk about bestiality and stuff, because this beast that we saw down on the bottom floor, they want to mate with Eris. So a four-legged animal mating with a humanoid. I mean, Eris is human, but she's also kind of a hybrid of, like, her ancient people. But that's kind of the thing. So they want her to mate with that. So they just don't care. They don't put two and two together, but you know, that's kind of... You can imagine trying to do that in like a movie or something. That should have been in Spirits Within. No. So I'm just kind of... Yeah, this episode's almost on the rocks, so we've got to serve it out. Trying to think of whatever else has been going on. Could really stand to have a cheeseburger from McDonald's. I've been having to take it easy with all the junk food I've been eating, but I'm gonna have a fucking cheeseburger soon. Definitely like those. Kind of funny, speaking of cheeseburgers, Travis Scott just put out his McDonald's meal. It's only there for a limited time, but I think Cobalt actually tried it, so I'm going to ask him a few questions about that in the future. So I'm going to see what he has to say about it, the Travis Scott meal. So hopefully he puts out another album. I want to know what he everything that he's kind of reflected on in these times, coronavirus and all the other crap in between, Kobe Bryant's death and some of those things. There's just plenty of newsworthy stuff. It's hit just about every party. I'm very much interested in that. I mean, if you're a musician, you should have ample things that should be coming to you in terms of songwriting right now. But yeah, that creature can talk, so... So who should I choose? Who should I choose? Alright folks, subscribe for more fun. Thank you for watching. Have a wonderful night. And in the next episode, you'll see who I name this character.